Welcome to USD 435 Update, and we are out at McKinley School today, the second and third grade school in the Abilene School District, and I'm here with Mrs. Laura Baldwin. She is the principal at McKinley Elementary, and we're going to talk today about our multi-tiered system of support for math.
Yes.
And just a little bit of background on that. One of our goals is to address each and every individual child's needs. And so we're going to talk through how we do that here at McKinley. This is something we work on district-wide. You'll get a nice snapshot of what happens here at McKinley, but we work on this all the way through our system. We want every individual child to have the skills that they need to be successful, and that's our motto, and that's what we really work towards. Just on a side note, last Friday we had our accreditation, in which we had our outside visiting team come out and visit with us. And one of our goals is instruction, and these multi-tiered support systems are a big piece of the instruction model that we've designed to make sure every child succeeds. So the outside visiting team was very pleased with the work we've done, and I can say all the way through our administrators and our staff have worked hard, and they are making a difference for kids' lives and kids' ability to understand math in particular here at McKinley.
Yes.
So I'm going to let Mrs. Baldwin just talk a little bit about the process at McKinley, and then you're going to get to actually see the kids at work. So
yes, we're excited to have you today. When we had our accreditation visit last Friday, I talked to Dr. Guy about the fact that we had great things going on here at McKinley, as in all Abilene schools, that the staff this year has been working really hard on implementing math, MTSS, the multi-tiered system of support, and integrating it in. We also were doing reading. We've been doing reading for quite some time and have become quite accomplished at it. But we are really doing great things with kids here at McKinley in the area of math. And I wanted a chance to be able to show that to our community and show just the amount of work and planning and preparation and diagnostic evaluation that it takes to do this for our students to make the kind of impact that we're seeing here at McKinley. So each group then, or each student, has their own educational plan based on a diagnostic test that we give at the beginning of the year. Then the educational plan is prescribed for each individual, breaking them into different groups according to their skill need. And then there are checkups throughout the year. When you think of a checkup, going to the doctor to just check in and see how you're doing, this checkup helps us to see if the practices that are research-based, but we want to make sure that the student is making the growth that we would like them to make. So we do these checkups periodically. Mrs. Leiby will talk to you about that. And then kids can move from the groups, from group to another group, depending on how quickly they are progressing through their skills. So it's not something where once they're put in a group at the beginning of the year, they stay there. It is a growth across a skill continuum that Mrs. Darlene will be showing you later on in the video. So we're real excited to show you today our students working in these groups and some staff working with them. We're also excited to talk to some of the staff today about how we go about this process. And you'll see some of us dressed in superhero costumes today. Both staff and students are celebrating all the support staff who are superheroes of instructional success here at McKinley. So a lot of us are dressed in superhero wear today. If you're wondering why, when you see the kids and the staff on video, that is why.
Okay, very good. Well, we're looking forward to reaching out and seeing the kids hard at work, and you'll get to see that as well.
I'm going to introduce you now to Denise Leiby, who's going to talk to us about how we diagnose and prescribe what students may need here at McKinley based on what their instructional skill level is. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about how you work with students and how we diagnose and prescribe their educational plan here at McKinley?
Certainly. What I love about what we're doing with MTSS, which is a process across the state that all districts are working on, it really is tailoring to the very specific needs of the students. And to do that, we are using research-based materials to do some screening testing, and based on how those screeners, the results of those screeners happen, that's what filters them into a few other diagnostic tests before we group the kids. I'm specifically going to talk about a program that was adopted this school year called Number Worlds. Again, very research-based, very prescribed, a lot behind it that goes directly with what kids need. The whole point of MTSS, give them what they need to grow, finding them right where they're at, whatever their needs are, and help them enhance that and grow. Kids who fall a little bit below the grade level of what the screener, the national norm screener dictates and what we want at our school level, after we've done the screener, we do what's called a placement test, which is in our Number Worlds program. Then those kids are filtered into different levels. The program is packed with hands-on activities, screening checks, pre-tests, post-tests, weekly tests. It is something that helps guide them as they grow, as they're continuing along the math continuum with, for sure, number sense. They need to have a solid background in number sense. And then, as they're working through that program, if they then, through progress monitors, different pre-check tests, then they could filter out of this program and right into the next level of what we offer for math. I'm enjoying this program very much, and I thank you for the opportunity to visit with you.
This is Dawne Darlene. She's one of our teachers here at McKinley, and she's going to explain to us about how we sort kids. We call it a sort. So how we put kids in groups with instructors based on their needs. Dawne?
Yes. So you've heard about our Ames Web testing. So when the students have taken the Ames Web computation and CAPS and applications tests, then we sort them in 2 groups, and each of those tests have 3 target levels throughout the year. Following that test, we, depending on where the student falls on the scale, then they take the Number Worlds placement tests, and that gets the kids into a specific skill group. Once the scores are acquired per student, the staff gets together and we sort the students into the different groups. Currently, we have 10 levels across our charts, and we have 23 groups. The group size and student needs dictate the number of groups and adults needed for each skill level. Students start at the level of their mastered skills. Students are assessed each week and retested every 6 weeks. This data shows the students moving through the math continuum with their knowledge growth. Following testing, we resort and start the process of regrouping again. A really neat thing that has just happened is within these 33 kids right here, following testing, 16 of them are moving into a new group next week.
Thanks, Dawne. I appreciate your work with the students and the staff in helping to lead us through the MTSS process. I'd like to introduce you to Jade Cook. She's teaching one of our enrichment groups, or the enrichment group, here at McKinley. So Jade, can you tell us about the skill level of the students that would be in the enrichment group and how you're going about teaching them?
Yes, the students in the enrichment group are students who have mastered the expected curriculum for either second grade or third grade. They have very great math processing skills and they problem solve very easily. And so when I'm planning for these groups, I am taking our curriculum, our content, and I'm trying to enrich it and extend it and challenge these students so that they are able to learn at their level. Because as you can see, there are a lot of children in this room. In third grade, there's about 40% of the students are in the enrichment group. In second grade, there's about 27%. And so we have them divided into 4 groups. And we do math enrichment. We do math extra 4 times a week. So each day they go to a different rotation. So this group up here is doing a cognitive guided instruction where I facilitate instruction and students kind of teach each other. At this group they do some type of iPad learning or some type of game to work on a specific skill. Then a third group works on math tiles, Marcy Cook tiles, and those are higher thinking skills. And then the fourth group is working on an app and a website called IXL, and it's where they are working on whatever particular skill we're working on for the week.
Great. Thank you so much. We appreciate all your work with these kids. Thanks.
So that's a wrap for USD 435 update.